gentlemen, happy Friday. Welcome to Finish the Story. I am your host, Keegan Ray. I am joined here by our resident Mentat producer, best friend, Mr. Trent Ludzak. How you feeling, dude?
Good.
Man, I feel like I'm going to be
sore. I saw
sore.
Dune again for the third time.
Dude, for the third time?
For the third time.
For the third time.
Yeah.
How was it?
I mean, it's great as always. I love it.
Yeah, I saw it again.
I love it.
I saw it again for the second time in Virginia, and we took in fried rice and sushi. And the people down the road from us were like, "What the fuck is happening?"
I feel like you should have brought like some Central African cuisine. You know?
Yeah. Then people are just like, "Dude, you're trying too hard.
Like
settle down."
You got a full Ethiopian meal with the sponge bread. You're like, what? What? The spice must flow.
The melange. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know when we're on the same side of the table, we got a motherfucking guest today, and this is a Finish the Story First. We have a Finish the Story First. We have my brother on this episode, Mr. Blake Ray. Welcome to the podcast, dude.
Thank you.
That's a
Thank
first,
y'all
having
for
our
having me.
family on. This is the first family member.
Yeah.
I think the loftiest goal I have is to get this podcast big enough that we can have Dad on.
He's got some stories, dude.
Some amazing stories. Like, people really have no idea. If he came in here, he would shut it down. Like, it would be so fun. Or Kenny. Whew, my Uncle Kenny. Dude. Uncle Kenny.
You could probably get Uncle Kenny.
Dude, Uncle Kenny is one of those people that is so unbelievably funny that you do like a musical chair thing to sit near him when we all go to a restaurant. Because you're I can't wait to hear what shit he has to say about everybody walking by.
Like, I have an Uncle Ken.
Okay, same.
You guys have an Uncle Kenny. That's a different kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like, Uncle Ken plays golf.
Uncle Kenny has used a golf club. I'm sure.
Probably fought a gator with one.
I'm sure he's definitely gotten drunk on a golf course for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kenny's a wild dude, man. But yeah, man, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for coming on. So it's funny to have you back on. We're on like episode 42 or something, I think.
Like
somewhere around there. But it was like the first episode we told the story of you dropping the cake at Scalini's.
Yeah, I've got some issues with that.
Yeah.
And then
So you just, as I understand it, you just walked out after? You just left?
Well,
yeah, the lady said that might be the last cake I ever bake.
I mean, at that point, what do?
Yeah.
I just kind of shrugged and was like, I
can't salvage this.
You can feel the air go out of the room when something like that happens, and it's not even your table. You were just helping. That's the fucking real.
Well, what
should have said this is might be the last table I ever serve. That's what you should have said.
Though. I kept serving for a long time.
Are you still serving?
No. I
Blake
work at a
would come by you
plant.
when you waited tables with him, and he would say the most horrific shit about a table. Where you were like, "Dude, that's crazy. You cannot say that."
I remember one of the first things I said to my now wife. She was a bartender. I walked up to the bar, and she handed me a drink. Goes, "Sorry, I'm late." And I go, "No, I hope their kids come out sideways. I hate this table."
Jesus.
Dude, waiting tables will make you hate strangers.
Oh yeah. True.
Any service industry, I think.
Yeah.
Because I never waited tables, but I've been close enough to people, the people end of stuff.
Yeah.
That people are the worst.
It's a problem. Yeah, and it's a sheer numbers game because it's like the more people you deal with, the more assholes you're inevitably gonna run into.
Oh yeah.
It has to. I mean, and the worst I think is when you have regulars that suck. Regulars that are the worst that come in all the time. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here?
I had one regular who was a dominatrix.
Okay.
And she would bring her clients in.
Okay.
And order for them.
Nice.
She asked for me every time. Nice. She made me say yes, mistress, to everything she said.
No, I think that's hot.
I think it'd be funny to be in
not
like
coming from this chick.
Oh no. Okay.
Here's the thing. I think it would be funny to be at the next table over and hear him walk over and specifically, he's like, he doesn't call you mistress.
Yeah.
Why does he call her mistress?
Yeah.
Nah, you saw her and you knew why.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She wasn't subtle.
she's tipping.
Well, yeah,
for
the
that
guy's
title.
probably like in a dog leash. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's very obvious what's going on.
Yeah, and here I am. I'm like, it's a family restaurant,
Yeah,
and they're just
You're like,
doing their
table
their
22
thing.
is ordering off the kids menu, dude. And
Yeah.
you're over here feeding the guy like a dog.
Yeah, eat it out of my hand.
Yeah,
And you're just
dude.
like,
What
oh
the
my
fuck?
god.
Eating spaghetti
It's
out of his-
grits.
No, that's not an exaggeration. She did that. She was making him eat the rolls without his hands out of her hand, and I'm
That's
like,
funny.
dude,
See,
How
rolls, it's cute.
uncomfortable.
we're
What's-
all here.
What's
How
the worst
uncomfortable.
food that you could force
spaghetti
somebody to
for sure.
Spaghetti
dude.
would be bad.
Oh,
but I feel like
spaghetti?
it's not the worst. Like chili,
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 Chili is pretty bad.
a hearty stew.
Yeah, a beef stew. That's pretty. Because
Yeah,
now you're
just-
bobbing for apples.
Yeah.
You're bobbing for potatoes. That's bad news all over that.
Ugh.
Yeah.
How funny would that be? You just do a beef stew, like bobbing for apples, but it's just bobbing for potatoes and beef stew.
St. Patty's Day just passed, and now you have that idea.
Yeah, they probably were just bobbing for potatoes.
Yeah,
Dude, St. Patty's Day sucks.
it's
Yeah.
a nightmare.
I lived in Savannah on the parade route for
I
like,
remember.
dude, it was just absolute chaos for 5 days.
Man, I liked
Dude.
it when I was a kid.
Somebody took a picture. I'll never
Wow.
forget this. This sums up Savannah St. Patrick's Day. They have those trash cans that have the circle on the top, and there's a picture of a dude with his pants pulled down, just shitting into a trash
Oh,
can in the
no.
middle of the afternoon. And I'm like, if that doesn't sum up St. Patty's Day in Savannah,
Oh my god.
could you imagine? Just
Yes.
so many people around.
Yes, I can imagine. I
Yeah.
had it happen to me.
Oh no!
I
You
was
shit in a trash can.
No.
Oh.
I was at the restaurant, and I was hiding from my boss.
Uh huh.
So I'm in the stall on my phone, and someone comes in and he knocks on the stall door. Which one, rude. Two, I go, well, occupied, man. He goes, oh god damn it.
Like he's
And I
mad.
go, uh-oh.
I would be waiting.
That's never a good
Yeah.
response to that. The bathroom is occupied. Is a goddamn it.
And honestly, what are you expecting? Like, how much more mad would you be if there's nobody in there and the door's locked?
Yeah.
Because now
Well,
you got to crawl under to get if you want to
Yeah.
get in
Yeah.
there.
this
Like,
guy,
it's like having somebody in there is best case scenario if the door is locked.
yeah, this guy made do. He just pulled the trash can out.
Okay, so this isn't a single person bathroom. This is you're in the stall.
Yeah, you're
There's
in
a
the
urinal.
stall.
Okay.
So I come out of the stall, and this dude is having the loudest diarrhea I've ever heard
Oh no!
into the trash can while someone stands next to him at the urinal.
Oh my god, dude.
And the face on that man, he's
you're trapped.
he's seen the Reaper. He was
yeah.
just blank
It's
white.
like how crazy
Yeah.
is that this guy is literally
that
like
changed his whole day trajectory.
he's
Oh,
like violently
life
shitting and his
trajectory.
dates just sitting out there in the booth, just
Oh, here's-
waiting on salad and
He's
rolls.
like-
He's
like,
in
you
there
didn't-
violently shitting.
No,
Here's
I'm-
the kicker.
guy peeing. Like that guy has to go back to his date. Like the horrors that I just witnessed.
Yeah.
He
How
couldn't
can I
even
eat?
bring it up.
How
She's
can I
like, you were in there for a minute. I don't want to fucking ever talk about it.
The kicker is it wasn't just a date. See, this guy was wearing a tux.
No.
Oh no.
He walked
guy
upstairs to
shitting?
his wedding reception. The guy
Oh.
shitting. He was the groom.
Dude, what a nightmare for that guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh
like I
my
couldn't even be
God.
mad at him because he's having the objectively of the three of us the worst day.
Yeah. But also, it is his fault because he definitely signed off on the catering.
Oh yeah.
Well, and let's be real. You had some lead up
Yeah.
there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There was some lead up before
There was
it was
time
like a
before it
problem.
got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I get it where you just try to
Dude, he was
mentally
just
fight
dancing.
that down. You're like, no, not here.
Not today.
Not right now.
I can't be shitting
I can
on my
imagine
wedding
though,
day.
like on your wedding day, I bet you definitely get some nervous shits.
Yeah.
I mean, I get nervous shits before I go on stage. I can
Hon-
imagine.
Honestly, I feel bad for the bride in that situation because she's
Oh
got to
my
deal with
God.
that later.
I have never
After
thought
it's
about
stewed
that.
for a little while.
oh,
What
God.
about if you're in your dress? I guess it's like Imodium. It's just not
Yeah.
an option.
Yeah.
That's like when we went to the St. Patty's Day parade. My buddy just passed out Imodium. He's like, it's not an option down here because there's all those porta potties that just get
Wait,
No.
he passed out what?
Ammonium, like where you
What
take
the
it and it
fuck?
makes you not shit, like stops you
Yeah,
up.
it's an
What?
anti-diarrheal.
It sounds horrible.
It's not good for you. It can't be.
No.
No,
But it's better than
And I bet
shitting.
and I bet that next shit is tough.
Oh, it's the next shit is like wet sand.
I didn't
I
care
mean-
for that.
That's not as bad as I was expecting. Like brick.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You ever had a brick?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we've all been there.
yeah. That's a
We-
tough one.
We seem like
we
a bunch of
dissolve into
cheese
toilet
men.
humor quick as shit on this podcast. dude.
Yeah,
But yeah, a brick is. But I mean, I'd rather have a brick than like a soft serve.
oh, dude,
What?
absolutely not.
Oh
No.
No,
I like a,
A
big
brick.
turd,
A brick
dude.
hurts, dude.
Yeah,
I like
no,
a
a good
big
soft serve.
gaper, dude.
You know,
Let me know I just took a shit, dude.
Keegan, I
That's
think
a-
I just learned something about
yeah,
you
dude.
that I didn't
That's
need to
a
know.
fucking. Then you feel like you accomplished something.
I feel like
There
you
you
get
go.
You got,
recreational
nothing is better
prostate
than a shit
exams.
where you can't wait to look at it because you're like, dude,
Oh,
that's
dude.
gotta be huge. And you look at it, you're like, damn, I got a tight little butt. Oh, that wasn't bad at all.
wow.
Yeah, man. So we played disc golf today. We tried to
Yeah.
go out and enjoy the fucking
Yeah.
day. Speaking of that,
Anyway,
what a
that's also not an option. Like anytime that
Oh,
you're
yeah,
hiking,
shitting?
or like disc
Can't do
golfing, that's not an option. It's a sketchy pee when you go disc golfing.
Yeah.
Is
You're
it?
usually in a park. Yeah, dude. There's like families walking around and shit.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes
it's like,
pickleball is a big one at the
yeah,
park we were at
Pickleball?
today. Yeah. There's a pickleball
Oh, that
court.
weird
yeah.
tennis game.
Yeah.
It's like live action ping
Old
pong.
people
Yeah.
tennis.
Yeah, old people tennis is right.
Yeah.
That one lady, dude, right before we shot, that one lady missed it. She goes, "God damn it, Linda!"
That's awesome.
I didn't
was
even
like-
I
notice it.
collect those little things, like people saying weird shit in public. I collect that shit.
I was like, I love that, dude. Just over her shit, like you're killing me, Linda.
Can we just get one volley going?
It's like 1 o'clock on a fucking Monday. She's like, "Get your head in the game."
One of the
maybe
best
if you'd
things I
stop
ever.
taking Percocets, Linda.
If you weren't taking Xanax all night, little less Moscato, Linda.
Dial back
Ew.
the Reds, bitch.
Yeah.
Reds will get you there, though.
Dude, I was just thinking that. That's a
8%.
rough fucking hangover. Is
Nah,
Oh,
red wine.
yeah.
I disagree.
I hate red wine.
Dude, I can drink
hangover.
2 bottles of red wine and not be hungover.
Oh, this is how trashy I am. I was thinking Red's Apple Ale.
Oh,
No.
that's bro. I used to do beer
What are
canning.
you, like a fucking bum?
Speaking of shitting, dude, ciders will get you there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I didn't know
That'll
that,
loosen you up, dude.
bro. I didn't know that, and I was working for the beer canning company,
Yeah.
and we would do this cidery, and every time we would do it, I'd be like, "Why am I shitting so much?" And then one of my coworkers was like, "It's made of apples." I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah.
And he's like, "How many ciders have you had?" I'm like, 5. He's like, "When's the last time you just ate 5 apples in a row?"
Yeah.
He's like, that's
that's-
what'll
I've
happen.
done that with smoothies. I put a ton of fruit in a smoothie and just immediately had to shit like, oh my God.
I tried to get healthy, right?
Yeah.
I was trying the juicing thing.
Oh,
And I
boy.
just sort of went through the Whole Foods and grabbed whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had like a daikon radish in there, and I just juiced that shit. And it was like a daikon radish, an apple, some grapes, and like
oh my God.
like
That
just
was
tons
probably
of kale.
Terrible, bro.
Yeah,
That
and
probably tasted like the earth.
it tasted like potting soil, and I
Let me get
I
the
was
Pike's
drinking it.
Nursery.
And I'm just like, man, this juicing is rough. And Danielle's like, what recipe did you use? I
She
go,
can-
recipe?
She can smell it across the room. She's like, "What the fuck did you do?"
Said recipe.
You made the first juice that stunk the kitchen up.
You right? Keegan and I used to live together. He knows my
Oh
cooking
my
stinks.
God. Dude, Blake used to cook this curry. One time he cooked it and then he immediately went to bed and just like I had no instructions. And this stuff was like sucking the devil's dick. Dude, it was so hot. I came home and I made a big old bowl of it. I almost woke him up fist fighting. Like, I was so mad. I was like, why would anybody make anything this hot? Like, what in the fuck is happening? I've been assaulted. Like, I thought it was a joke.
Maybe you're just a weak little baby bitch that can't handle your spice.
No. And then he woke up and was like, oh, yeah, I didn't even really eat that. It was too hot.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was too much.
Yeah, he was like, no, I forgot to tell you. Blake was notorious for that. I'll never forget that time that you had a party and somebody made not screwdrivers. What did they call them? Power tools? They were making
power drills. Power drills.
What is a power drill?
Just a screwdriver that has way too much vodka in it.
Oh, so mostly vodka.
Yeah, and then I woke up and it was in a pitcher, and I'm like, oh, we got orange juice? We never have orange juice. Dude, immediately threw up in the sink.
Yeah.
And screwdrivers, you never use good orange juice
No,
for.
it's always the worst.
You're like, you get some tang.
Yeah, I was about to say, you like go back in time and get Tang. You're like,
Yeah.
where did you get that?
I miss Tang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom would go through phases with us, bro. Do you remember the fish stick summer?
Yes. The summer
Oh,
of
yeah.
fish sticks.
Oh, my God.
My mom did that too.
Yeah, she would just get stuck on something.
I don't like bell peppers because my mom went through a long stir fry phase
Oh.
where we were doing stir fry,
Yeah.
that was also like after the 2008 crash. So it's like money's a
Yeah.
little tight. We're going to use a lot of bell peppers in this one.
Oh, yeah.
So we were just doing bell pepper stir fry.
Yeah, we did fish sticks for an entire
Oh,
summer.
that's a tough
Hormel
one.
chili.
Oh, yeah.
Hormel
Yeah,
chili.
that was a rough one.
That's not good.
What else? Dude, Public subs.
Pub subs.
Pub subs
better.
all day. Yeah.
Eventually, it
Then
loses
Hormel
its luster.
chili?
Yeah, eventually. We did a lot of Hamburger Helper, but that was
A lot
always
of
nice.
Hamburger Helper.
That was always good. But yeah, I
Yeah.
can't do fish. Like I almost can't do like a fish fillet. I just can't.
No.
Pressure cooked cabbage. I remember
Oh
that.
yeah, beef stroganoff.
Beef stroganoff.
We did that shit constantly. Mom was
Yeah.
crazy. So my mom is like really one of those people that I think we're like the last generation's a kid where you really got kicked out on Saturday afternoon. Like
Oh, yeah.
Saturday morning, you got to eat breakfast, watch your cartoon,
cartoons.
and then you literally got
Yeah.
kicked out because my mom is OCD. So when she would clean the house, she for real cleaned the house. Like fuck you.
Top to bottom,
Yeah,
scrub
like,
it down.
Go outside. She would feed you a sandwich through the mail slot. Like you would be like banging on the door, like, "Can I get something to eat?" She'd be like, "No."
And it was like, it would literally be like, my dad was working nights, so he's asleep because he was at the restaurant till 4 a.m.
And you want to go get your ass beat? Go wake him up.
Yeah. So we would,
Somebody who's
Yeah.
fucking clinging to a nap.
we would get, put outside with a popsicle, and that was it.
Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's crazy because it's like,
Pretty fun.
It's crazy that we didn't get, I almost got snatched. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I was getting in a van that the guy legitimately was like, "Yo, there's puppies in here." And I was like, "Hell yes." I'm jumping on this van. Blake's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "There's puppies." And I'll never forget, he got right in my face. He's like, "There are no puppies." I was like, "What do you Oh my God."
you remember that kid that sold lemonade on the corner and sold that girl a cup of pee?
Dude, I do remember. That was a big fucking deal.
Yeah, it was.
That's a pretty
That's
big
assault.
Yeah, that was. I forgot about that. Holy shit, that was.
deal.
a
But
huge deal.
also, pretty funny joke.
Yeah,
Here's the thing: do it with your buddy.
yeah.
Not some girl. Some girl, it's going to be a big
Yeah,
problem.
that's
If you-
traumatic because that changes your
Like,
life.
if you
Now you
did
can
that-
never trust a fucking.
Like
Yeah.
if you did that to Keegan, that's just brother hazing.
I
Yeah,
mean, that's
but
a line.
That's
dude.
that's a line.
I mean, he's going to punch you for it,
Well, yeah, and
He
well,
must have.
should.
He had to like ice it down.
but that's the game.
It had ice in it. I saw
Yeah,
it.
it had to be iced
You
down.
saw it?
Yeah.
Wow.
She was carrying it by me, and I was like, "That's a cup of piss,"
Oh.
because it was
Frothy on
not.
the top.
Yeah, it was not lemonade color, and I was like, "Wow, he's not well."
Oh, yeah, he's
Little dark.
dehydrated. This kid- We had a lot of weird shit that happened.
How
in that
much of it
neighborhood.
did she drink before she noticed?
Like all of it.
Nah,
What?
She might have hit it hard, like a hard summer sip.
Yeah.
Like really sent it
Yeah.
back. Like really like I'm.
Oh
let,
my God.
Let me
Really
chug
took
this,
it
get
to the
back on my
head.
bike.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God.
Like
The
a shot.
dude, we used to live next to this a girl that was deaf. And so like her mom would come outside and scream for her and she never could hear her.
What?
Yeah,
So
it was like
all day they Colleen, You're just
Bro,
like,
moms are how.
you're like, she's deaf.
Yeah, we're all out there like, hey, tapping her like.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the neighborhood that it was like 3 different neighborhoods all together. So it was like these like one giant neighborhood, right? That sprawled out. So Halloween there was the biggest deal.
Oh,
because it was like something off the movies. It was just like hundreds and hundreds of kids. Like when you got to go out by yourself on Halloween, that was the biggest deal. And everybody really went all out. Like everybody decorated. That place ruled.
yeah, Keegan,
What's the worst
When he-
costume Keegan ever did?
G.I. Joe.
The worst
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
wasn't.
was.
I
He
feel
wasn't
like-
a G.I. Joe. He wasn't like, I'm Snake Eyes. He was like, I'm G.I. Joe. Just the whole concept.
I embody G.I. Joe.
Yeah, and then he had to go to the bathroom, and me and my buddy were walking him around, and we were like, dude, you're in camo. Just pee in the bush.
Yeah, just you're good.
Bro.
Our cousin one time was Batman, and his mask was too big because it was a hand-me-down Batman mask, and so it would slip down over his eyes, and then he just slammed into a mailbox.
It was awesome. It was the funniest
He was running
thing.
from the house like with a big old thing of candy and just fucking ate shit.
Yeah. And we were both. I was a werewolf for like 5 years running.
Yeah,
or
I was about to
something.
say I was a
Nice.
ninja for a long time. We did homemade costumes, which is crazy. When you go back and look
Yeah.
at those pictures, you're like, that's insane that she pulled that off.
Yeah.
Like, she really did pull off some cool costumes. I was a Power Ranger.
Yeah.
What was your favorite costume?
Bro, I wasn't that into costumes pretty quick, I feel like.
What?
Like, I'd say by the end of elementary school, I was already kind of like,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I still love a costume.
was
I
like,
still
I
dress up
like
for
dressing
Halloween.
Dude, me and Blake did clown school.
Yeah.
I look weird enough day to day at this point. I
I
don't
got you.
need costumes. I don't need them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did clown school.
Yeah, we did.
We like got trained to be clowns for this vacation Bible school.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. This guy like came.
How long was your are you like certified by the board of clowns?
I don't know how
The
that
Grand-
works, but it
the
was.
Grand
We did.
Wizard of Clowns.
we painted our makeup on eggs, which is apparently a thing.
Yeah. We did our own makeup, and then the best thing was Blake was really good at the balloon animals.
I am
Could
very
you
good at
still do
those.
that makeup if you had to?
Yeah, for sure.
You should.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
see it.
It's the same. It's just Juggalo, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just a Juggalo. You just have a different color palette.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was like we were having more fun than the kids. Like kids weren't really interested, and we were just having a blast.
Well, yeah,
Like,
you're a clown.
Yeah. A clown is not something you do for anyone else.
Yeah,
it's something
it's a
you do
very-
because you are broken.
yeah, you have some deep-seated issues that you need to work through, but instead you're gonna walk an invisible dog.
Clowns,
Yep.
clowns were cool before TVs existed.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
I don't think clowns
I feel
were
like
ever cool.
I feel like at some point they had to be a thing, a popular children's thing, and I feel like it's like, I don't know, pre-World War One.
Yeah,
Feels like
an
about the
innocent
era.
time.
It's
a
a crazy to
different
me
time.
that people are inherently freaked out by clowns.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's that uncanny valley thing.
I was gonna say it's the weird facial. you're
Yeah,
like,
the
I don't know.
exaggeration.
Yeah, something freaks. It's like kids with Santa. They immediately are like,
Oh,
"Get
they're
me
like,
the
absolutely
fuck away
not."
from this guy."
God, I'll never forget the first time I took my son to see Santa. He just wigged out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I used to work with a girl who took her kid to go see what's the demon on
Krampus.
Krampus. They took their kid to go see Krampus.
That's a
and
dick
he's
move.
a full demon with horns, and they have a picture, and that kid is screaming
That's a
bloody
dick move.
murder.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, who is that for? Like, that's not okay.
Bro, heavy metal children.
That's a rough go. Like, you have a core memory of just being absolutely terrified of like a Baphomet
I feel like
creature.
I feel like that's for Jewish kids.
Well, Krampus actually is like. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's-
going to
it's-
go all into it
It's
because,
some
like,
of
I
the
know.
Christmas legend, right?
What?
Or the original.
Yeah, what is Krampus?
Okay, so
Yeah, let's do
Krampus
this.
comes on Krampusnacht in Bavaria.
That's
So Krampusnacht is the night before Santa comes.
Okay.
So he comes and he Well, depending on the area you live in and I guess how bad your kids are, you tell them different versions.
Yeah.
So he switches them, right? So he brings switches and he spanks their asses.
Oh, shit.
Or he puts them in his sack and drags them to hell.
So that's the one Keegan would get told,
Oh, my God.
right?
Could you imagine somebody telling you that?
Yeah.
Like a
I don't
demon
know.
is going to drag you to hell the day before Santa gets here if you don't
Yeah.
behave.
That
feel like
hole
Cole-
in your stocking is,
Yeah.
that's
Hey, you
That's
better
pretty
sit down
nice.
in class or a demon's going to fucking kidnap you. That's terrifying.
well, that's what most folklore is just scaring kids into behaving.
I
Yep.
mean, that's what most religion is, right? Just scaring people into behaving.
Scaring adults into behaving.
I don't know.
That's why
I've
they
met
have
a lot of people. I think we need the opium of the masses.
We kind of
Yeah.
Well, because if you
I
don't
see you there.
take it in some way, then you're gonna fall into
Yeah, now
doing
you have
it
crystals.
doing it in
Yeah.
another way.
Now you have crystals and you're asking people what time they were born at. You know?
Yeah.
It's like,
What
dude,
can you
time
call
were you
your mom
born?
right
my
now?
mom, dude, that's swear to God. I texted my mom one time in college, what time was I born at? And she goes, why is she asking? And then I saw that meme that's like, leave that girl alone. But
Yeah.
she literally texted back, why is she asking? And I was like,
Because we
damn.
come from a long line of like
Smart lady.
spooky
She lived in
rednecks.
Louisiana, bro. She's like,
She
that's
knows.
that voodoo
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I don't fuck with voodoo at all.
I've got a voodoo doll.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I don't like any creepy
What do you
shit.
do with it?
I don't know.
It's just you
Creep
just have it?
around. Blake's
Yeah.
got a creepy mask at the house, dude.
I do.
I
Do you ever
tripped
just
over there
flick it
one
in the
time and it
nuts?
was like that fucking scene from Mario. Fucking mask.
Yeah.
Didn't see.
Oh, my favorite you tripping story is when you were tripping and you were living in mom and dad's
Yeah.
and you came home and my mom, who, you know, had a misspent youth herself, goes, I think Keegan's high. Will you go check and see if he's tripping? And I go, oh, absolutely. So I creep upstairs. I sneak the door open. Keegan is laying there wide-eyed, tripping his balls off, like not having a good time.
Yeah.
And so I jump in. I go, I'm the fucking boogeyman. Keegan just screams.
I fucking hated you for that.
Oh, that's funny.
That
though.
was the time that mom came home and I was standing there and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna turn on a shower. I'm gonna take a shower. Just gonna take a shower. God, I'm weird, you know. So I was like turning on the water, and I remember just standing there, and I had rolled my jeans up, and I was just like watching the water fall onto my feet, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, wow, look at this. And then all of a sudden I just hear, what are you doing? And I look up and my mom's staring at me and I just standing there completely clothed. And I'm just like, I'm just, hey, get away from me. She's like, what? And I was like, I'm tripping. I'm sorry. Like,
That's funny.
yeah, that was when I was coming home, like when I was still staying there.
Dude,
so
my
I came home. I
parents-
was probably what, like 24?
Yeah, it was one of the times you had to move back.
Yeah,
in
I
there.
moved back in and it was like, I just was not used to living in a house with parents.
If I had ever tripped around my parents as a kid, or like if they had found out, they would have ruined whatever kind of trip I was like it would have
Oh,
been
yeah.
a big problem.
Oh, it would have got biblical.
Well, because they wouldn't. Yeah, they don't understand. They would.
Oh.
They would have got real weird about it. I bet.
Could you imagine?
I'm glad I didn't do psychedelics as a kid.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think. See, I know what you mean as a kid, but I'm imagining like my son's age, and I'm
Yeah,
just like,
like
well, that
six.
would
It's
that would be an
crazy.
intense
That would be
trip.
a big problem.
I mean, we know friends that their little brother, I think he was 11 or 12, and he ate a mushroom chocolate. He
Yeah.
like came downstairs and was like, "Hey, I don't really feel that good." And they're like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "I ate that chocolate upstairs in the freezer, and I think it was bad because my stomach's kind of starting to hurt." And they're like, "Oh my fucking god!" Like.
Oh.
And they just had to sit him down and be
Buckle
like,
up,
"Hey,
buddy."
man, yeah." Like, "Hey, this is
Welcome to everything, bud. I know you haven't even figured out much about what's going on here already.
You're about to grow up." Like, Jesus.
Well,
Yeah. Our cousin did that. He ate a Tootsie Roll.
a
Yeah.
Tootsie Roll,
Yeah, a mushroom Tootsie Roll.
bro.
And
they
our
make
our
those?
uncle was like, "Who ate my Tootsie Roll?" And our cousin was like, I did. Why? He's like, you're not in trouble.
He's freaking out.
You just come outside. I need to talk to you. Not in front of your brothers and sisters. They said he was literally like laughing, and then he would like stop laughing, and then he'd be like, and he'd start crying, and then he would make himself laugh because he was crying. My cousin was like watching him, like, oh God, he's going
That's
through
a
every
long
emotion, like just in a loop of emotions. Like,
That's like my worst fear is being dosed.
it's not good.
Yeah, it seems like it would be a bad time.
It is
Yeah.
not fun.
Because, like, what if I had stuff to do?
You don't
Yeah.
have stuff to do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't.
What do, what do I call the plant? Like, hey,
Hey,
Yeah.
funny story.
Yeah.
Some guy's a dick.
yeah, I am out on drugs.
I didn't do it on purpose. I
Yeah.
just wanted to have a nice beer.
Well, and it's like if you're dosing somebody too, it's like you don't know if people have to drive. You don't know
That's-
what
yeah.
medicine
Yeah.
It's a
people
big
are on.
problem,
You don't
yeah.
know what people are like. What kind of dormant psychic break. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like psychotic break. You don't know where
Yeah.
people are.
That's what created the Unabomber.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of
Didn't
MK
help.
Ultra.
Didn't help.
Yeah.
No, I think it probably created him. Probably.
Yeah.
It had
Yeah.
more to do
But
with
that's
it.
the argument. Even the people that are like, I don't think so. I'm like, well, it didn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah. MK
That's-
Ultra did not help anybody.
No. No, not at all.
Especially because, like, at that time, they didn't know what a dose was. They just had some amount of a liquid.
They had government grade CIA acid
Oh.
made by government grade
I bet
CIA
it was
scientists.
So good.
And they didn't know how much to give you. So they were just
No,
like,
they were
this
just-
is, we have this much liquid.
Yeah. We're gonna
Take
watch
all of
you.
that.
You're gonna take it and be the first guy ever to take that much.
I think
Good luck.
we haven't tried this before. We don't know what it's going to do. I think we start with a pint.
And how crazy is it that you started like they used to do it in brothels. So like you're there, you're thinking I might get a little fucking something on the side. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then next thing you know, you're in like a fucking circus. Like think
Ugh.
about that. You're just going in there to get a little pussy, maybe
And
cheating
also-
on your wife or something.
Yeah.
A lot of times they would do it in gay like little gay houses so that
So
you
they
wouldn't
wouldn't
tell
tell
anybody.
anybody.
Wait, is that the technical term?
Little gay. Well, they were
Little
in
gay
these little
houses?
like houses because they had like the like.
It was the precursor to the gay bar. It was like
Yeah.
a gay speakeasy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was
okay.
trying to get to. Is that it was like a speakeasy, so you couldn't tell anybody where you were because they would be like, "Hold
Yeah.
up, dude, why were you?
Yeah. Why were you down there?
Why were you at Swinging Cocks?" You're like,
Well,
it's beside the point, dude. I traversed the universe.
But if I'm being honest, that's probably a pretty fun place to trip nuts.
oh,
oh
dude,
yeah,
probably.
yeah.
It was
until
probably
it closes, and now you're like, oh,
Then you're
shit.
haunted by.
Yeah. They call that the set break blues. When you're at
Yeah.
a show and the set break happens and you start really wrestling with your thoughts that you haven't had to think about. Or you see people just when the music stops, you see people at the show like
Oh yeah.
It's
Punk
immediate-
shows are bad about that because they'll break the set and then if you're there to see 5 like hardcore punk bands, the last thing you want to hear between 5 hardcore punk bands is more hardcore
Oh
punk.
yeah.
So they're always playing like some pop music because the sound guy thinks he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
And
bro. When I would go to Christian metal shows, they'd play Disney music.
Ew. Jesus.
what kind of metal you like?
Fucking the Christian metalcore
Oh,
stuff
cool.
of the 2000s. That was I grew up on that shit.
Zayo?
I always like August Burns Red.
Oh, okay.
It's the one. That's the one I would say I still listen to sometimes.
I still listen to Zayo a little.
Yeah, I'm not into any of it. I'm just not, dude. He played it before the podcast.
I did.
was
I
like,
showed
I'm
him.
fucking out,
I
bro.
showed him.
As soon as they start screaming like that, I'm out.
That's why I like thrash metal.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
that? What is the difference?
Thrash metal is more. It's like if metal is like doom metal's depression.
Right.
Doom metal's
Reg-
pretty fun though.
Regular metal is like anger.
Right.
This is ADHD.
Okay.
It's
I might be able to
super
get into that.
fast. It's usually about getting like smoking weed and drinking beer. and-
Okay. I think I found
Like-
my lane into metal. I love ska. We were listening to ska too.
Oh, I love
fucking
ska.
ska
Yeah.
rules. Blake got me into ska. I mean, Blake played
It's
trombone
good
in high
stuff.
school, so
Oh,
I mean,
did you
obviously,
play in a ska band?
For a minute.
There you go.
In high school.
I mean,
yeah.
as soon as you're in the high school like band, they're like, "Here's your Mighty Mighty Boston CD."
Yeah, pretty much. I can play the break from Wrong Way by Sublime. That
Nice. I will give the shout out to Blake, formerly on the podcast, for the first, when I was 18, Blake got me a gift certificate for a tattoo. And I was so excited. I was going to get a free tattoo. And I wanted to get the Sublime Sun on my chest. And I remember Blake being like, I will take that gift card back right now and I will rip it up, dude. Like, do not get that. And every time I see somebody at a concert with that shirt on, I just laugh because I'm like, oh, could you imagine?
There, but from the grace of God go I.
God, dude. Could you imagine walking around with that Sublime Sun on your chest?
There are people out there with the Godsmack tattoo.
That's worse, yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Dude,
Yeah.
Godsmack.
I mean, I've said it before on the podcast. I slept with a girl who had an Insane Clown Posse tattoo and woke up the
Was
next
it
day.
Insane Clown Pussy?
I said it on stage one time. I said, I hit a juggalo. Everybody was like, boo. I turned over and it was the Hatchet Man, and I was like,
Oh, no.
what have I done?
I gotta stop drinking.
I got to get tested.
Immediately, dude. Give me the 12 panel. I need all of it. I'm sick. Penicillin, I'm sure. It says here you're allergic. I'll take the risk. She had an ICP tattoo.
They're like, oh, okay, so you'll need that intravenously.
Oh, God. It truly was a nightmare situation.
I
Yeah.
feel like everybody with a Nickelback tattoo is like, because they've
Yeah.
come back around.
I mean, think about Bass Nectar. Yikes. You
Oh.
got in all that trouble about all that weird sexual stuff. You're like, fuck.
oh, you mean bass net?
Yeah.
Like maybe the least surprising.
Yeah. Somebody has a Bass Nectar fucking sleeve.
Like if you listen, like Bass Nectar is music to do sexually deviant stuff to.
Well, it's like when the guy from Cannibal Corpse tried to kill his neighbors. Everyone was upset. No one was surprised.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, you're like, it was right there the whole time.
not Corpse Grinder. He's a guitar player.
Yeah.
Broke into the neighbor's house and was
Yeah.
like, I'm going to kill him with kindness. He had a bat with the word kindness on it.
Well, did you hear about what the?
How poetic. Like, he really fucking did it.
Yeah, like there was arts and crafts before that attempted murder.
Yeah. You definitely can't argue you didn't premeditate that. They're like, dude.
You made a pun.
Yeah.
You thought about it a lot, man. Like,
It was not premeditated. Bro,
did you workshop this?
you made a little cartoon. A little hand-drawn cartoon.
Did you hear the Tim Lambesis story? The vocalist for a band called As LA Dying was arrested in a Barnes and Noble when he went to try to meet up with the hitman that he was trying to hire to kill his wife.
I did hear about that.
No.
But here's fun fact. This is what everybody learned from this story who looked into it. If you ever consider or do go on the internet and look up a hitman, 100% of the people that you may reach out to for that work for the FBI.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So like he just basically reached out to an FBI
Yeah.
agent and
On
was like, "Hey, I
Craigslist.
want to commit a crime. Will you help me with this?"
Yeah.
Where do you think like, if you had to find a hitman, where would you go?
If you had to,
Yeah. Like, let's say
Like,
you've
let's-
got some sort
American Legion, for sure.
yeah.
I could sit up at a bar and feel it out.
Yeah.
You're like, this guy definitely will kill
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, where are you going to go? Craigslist?
Yeah,
You're in
can't-
trouble. Like, how
Yeah.
could you think
I
that
feel like
was
you
going
got
to work?
a VFW would really be the move. I think.
Yeah, yeah. You got the best chance of somebody who has killed somebody.
Or start hanging out around Mason lodges.
I don't think I know a lot of Masons. I don't think they got it in them.
No,
No,
but
they're nerds.
oh yeah, it's a
I
nerd
just
thing.
think that's crazy.
They're like what you get when you get Republican nerds.
yeah. No, Masons. It's like
You like see Skull and Bones. You're like, you fucking dorks.
to
Jerking off in a coffin. Gay.
to get into the. I feel like Masons, from what I've always, it's basically you have to read a lot for a long, long time until eventually maybe you'll get to drink blood out of a skull.
Yeah.
That's my understanding of what the Masons are.
I don't know. Blood out of a skull sounds neat.
It does, but
It's
I
like
mean,
super metal.
how many pages, and we're going to count by the thousands, are you willing to read to drink blood out of a skull?
I don't know. My bachelor's is in English, so a lot.
Okay,
actually.
you could power through.
Do you
a
know
lot.
how fucking mad you would be if you did some like horrific shit? Okay, just hypothetically, to get into the club, the elite club, right? You
Yeah.
do something horrific.
Like you just like killed a homeless
right,
person.
right. And the first party you go to sucks. How mad would you
Oh,
be,
yeah.
dude? You're just like, what?
It's like a
I
coffee and
pledge
donuts
my
party.
allegiance. I pledge my allegiance to an owl, for
Yeah.
God's sake.
I sold my soul for pigs in a blanket?
The Moose Lodge is more fun than this.
Unacceptable, dude.
What's a moose lodge?
It's like
It's Minnesota shit.
no. I only saw it in North Carolina. That's
Oh,
why I
okay.
figured it would work here. Because
We don't have moose.
it's like neither do they in North Carolina.
Yeah.
well, no, that's
like
what
an
I'm
elk
saying.
lodge.
It's like an Elks Lodge or
Yeah,
like a
it's
Knights
just
of
like,
Columbus. It's like like a
Oh.
fraternal.
It's
like
just
Shriners.
old dudes hanging out, getting away from their
Shriners,
wives.
Yeah, the
getting
Shriners.
drunk.
The Shriners, I would maybe if I was a single or when I'm a single old man, I might join the Shriners. Just to
Really?
like, yeah, dude, roll around in one of those little cars with a hat. How sick is that?
Yeah.
Oh my
that
God, I
secret
just had-
squirrel hat, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Barack Omo.
like maybe the most cultural appropriation old guys have ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
They're
don't
just
know.
like, we'll wear this Moroccan hat.
Yeah.
Why?
You know, because Shriners.
Yeah, because we're giving money to kids. They're like, shut up, I built a slide. Like, dude, you're drunk as shit. Are you sure you can drive that car? Shut up.
Goddamn
raising-
kids and their participation trophies.
I'm raising money. Yeah, Shriners, that's a weird thing.
Is that why they drive the little cars? To raise money, or is it just a thing they do?
I think because they're too
drunk.
drunk to drive a regular car.
None of them have their license
Dude,
anymore.
You've never seen those dudes walking through traffic? You're like, this old guy has had way too much to drink. Like, he's fucking...
That's how you spell it. Let's go to their Wikipedia so that we have They don't have a Wikipedia, apparently. They do.
Yeah, they do. They didn't put it up.
Yeah.
No, that's not it.
Nope.
No.
But,
Anyway,
yeah. Shriners...
let's leave it a mystery.
Yeah, leave it
Yeah.
a mystery. It's fine. Yeah, Shriners... We went to a thing in LaGrange. We went to a Shriner thing on the lake.
That was the Rotary Club.
Oh, yeah. That was
Yeah.
weird. Dude, we
Wait,
had family
was
in
it
I was
LaGrange.
Shriners?
spelling it wrong.
Huh?
Was it Shriners?
It was Shriners. I'm pretty
Oh.
sure.
Nobles of the Mystic Shrine.
Dude, put that up on the screen because that is a pretty fucking dope. But it's like
I'm-
Egyptian.
Are you telling me that you don't want to
Yeah.
join this?
I mean, it does look
Ancient
pretty
Arabic
rad.
order of the nobles of the mystic shrine. Like, how does that
Started
equate
in
to standing in
1870.
traffic with a jar?
Oh, apparently they fall under the Mason umbrella.
Okay, now we're getting
Wait
somewhere.
a
Here,
minute.
that's where the hat came from.
Can we just take a second to appreciate that man's sideburns?
This guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
dude.
Holy shit,
Dude, his sideburns are longer than my beard, I think.
that's crazy.
Dude, that's a look.
It's so funny though that these
How
guys.
proud is that man of his chin?
So proud.
Yeah.
He was like, cover this shit up? Absolutely not.
Let me frame this chin. You see that button? Beautiful.
He's like, ma'am, this is where your pussy goes. I'll just wrap it with my little sideburns, like a little pussy jacket.
Jesus.
Yeah, you got it. If you have sideburns like that, she's not grabbing onto them. What are we doing here?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
That's like pigtails. What are we doing here?
Oh, they let women in? Never mind.
Oh, daughters of the Nile. Yeah, they
No,
ruined it.
that's a women's auxiliary.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's where
see,
the,
how do you join? So the apparently it's one of those secret things, but whoa. Apparently it fucked this guy up.
In court, Vaughn told jurors that in June 1989 he was blindfolded and received a jolt of electricity that was applied to his bare buttocks as part of the Shriner's initiation. And it always
That
gets
is
back to
hilarious.
some-
That is hilarious.
I having to tell
Objectively.
somebody in court, they're like, they cattle prodded my ass. That's so fun.
God.
I
he
mean,
was knocked unconscious.
What is that argument like? Are you drawing straws? Is it a rotation? Who gets to hold the cattle prod?
I don't know. It's got to rotate.
It's got to rotate because everybody wants to taste someone in the butt.
yeah.
So they
That's
do
hilarious.
children's hospitals.
Yeah.
That's
they-
a fun jump.
Are they in Atlanta?
No.
No,
Yes.
we should start the branch.
We don't.
could.
We do have the Shriners because that's where the roller derby team practices.
That rules.
That would I
Yeah,
would I would
Atlanta.
go, oh, yep.
1914.
Yeah.
Yaraba. Yeah, it's a weird thing. Where are we at? Oh, let's get into it, dude. We've
yeah,
we've
we're
been
like-
fucking around. So you brought a
So
story
long.
for us?
Yeah. Well, I know you announced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I announced having kids. We got twins, bro. You're gonna be an uncle. Twin
Yeah.
girlies.
So I wanted to tell the story for your edification.
Nice.
Of,
Jesus. My English major coming in big time. Edification.
Sorry.
Wow.
Swinging that.
I
dick
like
around.
it, dude. Swing it around.
But for your benefit, Robert's birth, my first child.
Nice.
Yeah. So
You named him Robert. No, I'm just kidding.
Robert Earl.
Yeah.
Robert Earl. Oh, okay. That the Earl really adds to it. I feel like.
Which,
That's a strong
dude, let
name.
me tell you, people really love to put their input in on your kid's name.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
They
It's because
like,
it's
corner
hilarious. That's
you, and
why
they're
I
like,
just did that.
What are you thinking about naming the kid? And then they give you a wild opinion about whatever you say. They're like, "Oh, I hate that." You're like, "Whoa, dude!
Keegan,
I
think,
wasn't asking for feedback."
By the way, I want to throw in my feedback real quick while we're talking about it.
Yeah,
You should use Dune names.
dude. I wanted to do the
Name her-
princess's name. Oh,
That's not bad.
what is it again?
Aurelian?
No, the girl that writes in the diary.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
Chapter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Aurelian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. I thought about that.
Yeah.
And then, it's
Aaliyah-
hard.
Aaliyah's not a
'cause
bad
it's like,
name.
all right.
I mean, you're naming that. You're setting that kid up.
So
for
here's
failure.
my question. So you've had kids. Do you know, like, what if you see the kid and you're like, she's not an Evelyn? Like, immediately. You know what I mean? Like, you could have a name set up, but as soon as you see him, what if it's not that name?
Dude, that is a serious concern.
Yeah.
You got to
Because then you got to pivot. That's why you got to have a couple names.
And you got to think, dude, my aunt, so my aunt, when my grandmother gave birth to my aunt, she was just in the hospital, and they're like, "Ma'am, you have to name this child. Like, you have to name this child." And they didn't have a name, and she was just going, "I just want to go back to Georgia. Fuck, just take me back to Georgia." So my grandfather goes, "God damn it, just put Georgiana and just slap it on there." And they're like, "Middle name?" He's like, "She doesn't need one." Dude,
No middle name.
no
That's
middle
cool.
name.
Waive the middle
One
name.
night we're out at a seafood restaurant in Florida. She has a couple of glasses of wine, and then she starts fucking tearing up and going into this heartfelt rant about not having a middle name and how she felt left out her whole life.
Yeah.
Like, she had like a teary-eyed meltdown at the seafood restaurant.
We're-
I was like, damn,
we're
this is a
sitting there-
woman late into her 40s who's still wrestling.
Really having a midlife crisis.
You can't, and then it's like you can do that to somebody, just not giving them a middle name.
Yeah. I had a friend who didn't have a middle name.
Did it fuck him up?
Oh, yeah.
See,
It's, how does that it seems crazy.
His
that
name
would
was
fuck you
Max.
up.
Not Maxwell.
Yeah,
not
that's tough.
Maximilian.
That
It
is-
was just Max.
that's tough.
No middle name.
Not great.
Yeah. It's just like,
His
Like a
parents
dog.
did not like him.
Yeah, named him like a dog, dude. Max.
oh, that's the thing. His dad was cool as fuck. His
Max
dad
was cool.
His dad played me.
They were like, well, we wanted to call him Maxident, but
yes. His dad played me Black Sabbath for the first time
oh, that's pretty cool.
on vinyl. I
Also,
remember
what a
he
man who doesn't like his child listens to.
he was he was like a happy, goofy, drunk guy.
Yeah,
So he'd be like messing with you, like, hey,
Yeah. that's always the best.
yeah.
That's always the best.
And he'd walk around with no shirt, drinking a Budweiser.
Dude.
with this big death's head moth tattooed on his chest. Back when that was a wild tattoo.
Yeah.
Like not every chick at Spencer's had it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Back when it meant something. Dude, you think about those people that we grew up with, and you're just like, God, they were such a character. Like, I was thinking about it the other day. Remember Babe that lived across the street from us? This guy would get so drunk that he would pass out in his lawnmower just in the fucking yard, just like out. And my dad would have to go over there and like wake him up.
That's pretty sick.
Dude, he would walk around with cowboy boots, no shirt on, and would just drink beer in his boat that was in the driveway.
I mean,
The older I get,
why
though,
go to the river?
the older I get, the more I get that.
I do.
Yeah.
I
get
thought I was gonna become my dad. I became Babe.
You're like, yeah, I'll cut the grass, but I'm drinking 13 beers while I do it, bitch.
I'm going to try and beat my record this time. Drink more beers.
Yeah.
Cutting the grass.
She's like, get off my back. I'm going to go stand in the boat.
Like even
Try
a
and do it.
happy
I'm
relationship,
gonna try and
you've
catch
got
a
that
squirrel.
moment where you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go drink beer on my fucking boat. All
Yeah.
right.
Just get
If
off
I
my
see-
back.
If I have to sit through one more reality TV show about people scamming Americans into a green card,
Yeah. Dude. That's when you can't stand the TV that the other person watches. That's a tough one. Bro, I was over at Christina's family's house, and I went downstairs, and her mom was downstairs, and I was like trying to get something out of the refrigerator, and her mom's watching something on the TV, and it was like, and she was violently beaten and raped to death. You're like, Jesus Christ.
oh,
It's
she's one of
midnight.
those.
Yeah, she's just watching the
True
most
crime lady.
horrific true crime. I was like, and you're just gonna go to sleep after that? It was the
Yep.
most brutal thing that they were describing, and I like looked up at the TV, and it was like pictures from the
Just like a
crime
picture
scene.
of a nice lady.
Yeah, just beaten to death. I was like, oh my god,
Dude.
and you're just gonna,
And I'm like a true
Anyway.
crime and horror
Yeah.
guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
I was
still.
going to say, though, Robert Earl died.
Oh,
Okay. So we're
Robert
back.
Earl. So Danielle and I had been together for a while. We didn't plan on having kids.
Seems to be a fucking trend in this family.
Yeah, we're not planners.
Yeah,
We're drinkers.
When you're a drinker, you don't.
we're
need to be
not
a
the
planner.
best truckers. We lose our load.
Yeah. So anyway, so it was my wife is type 1 diabetic. She has like the
The one that.
genetic
just happens.
juvenile onset thing.
Damn, that sucks.
So she was a high risk pregnancy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, like super high risk.
Yeah.
And we were having to go see a specialist, blah, blah, blah. So the first thing you need to know is doctors, like maternity doctors, are either really cool or super dicks.
Yeah.
And you probably want the guy who's a super dick
Yeah.
because he's
good at
just
his
been
job.
around and seen it so much. Like, so Danielle had her blood sugar under control, right? And this doctor didn't believe her. So he refused to tell us what sex our baby was
What?
to punish us.
Can he do that?
Oh, yeah. I don't know how to read an ultrasound.
I would John Q that fucking place, dude. I'd be in there like, somebody's telling me something.
So for a while, we thought we were having a little girl because we looked at the ultrasound and I'm like, I don't see a dick.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Just, yeah.
so
you're
we
also
bought
not
all these
trained.
dresses and stuff.
Oh, no.
You
Yeah.
invested in a girl.
Oh, yeah. I had a name picked out. Like, we were ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, long story short, we get to the big day,
Yeah.
right? That's the big day.
Yeah.
And you've been prepping for it, right?
Right. You had a bag packed. The
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Weren't y'all scheduled to? Did y'all know what day it was going to be?
We were, we were scheduled to induce.
Uh-huh.
Eggplant parm style, or
We did not do that. We
No.
we went and ate the eggplant parm.
I found out about that recently, and it blew my mind.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
But so we go to the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it is the scariest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Like, there's this moment where you're like, oh shit, tomorrow I'm somebody's dad.
Oh,
And
bro,
like,
I
that's
can only imagine.
mind blowing.
yeah.
You're like, last week I did drugs.
I'm high on an edible right now. Fuck.
So it was,
Oof.
Yeah, it's a trip, dude.
it is
Trip.
wild,
It's a tough
dude.
thing to start taking in.
So
I
we were
spent a
doing all
mushroom
these.
trip just like, I'm somebody's dad.
We did all these birthing classes. And basically they boiled down to like, hey, I don't care what happens, don't shake the baby.
yeah.
Like they were like, here's how to change a diaper. Also, while you're changing that diaper, don't shake them. Whatever you do.
So you can't even shake them a little bit.
And they're like,
They're
no.
fragile. That's what somebody told me. That's so funny.
But like, not even like, can you do a shake? Does it count
No.
as a shake if you like? This is one shake, right?
I think it has to
Back and
do with
forth once.
speed and the
Yeah.
the amount of newtons you're applying as you bring them back.
Right.
Okay.
They're hitting G-force when you bring them back in.
Yeah.
That's funny. That must come up a lot. That they're
It
like,
does
"Do
apparently
not
come up a lot.
Shake that baby. You're gonna want to shake it. It's gonna cry, and you're gonna want to shake the baby.
So
Don't
much.
shake the baby.
It's like,
They're just drilling it into your head. When you're tired, you're gonna be tired. You're not gonna be thinking right. You're gonna be very tired.
have you guys?
Don't shake them.
Don't shake that
Do
baby.
you guys know about no, what's it called? The American?
what?
No, I can't remember what it. There's a TV, military TV channel, basically
Oh,
that
really?
plays
I
on
bet
base. I
that's
can't remember what it's called.
Fucking
All the commercials
terrible.
are PSAs, and the one that comes on more than any is "Don't shake your baby." Like it's on all the time. Don't shake your baby. So just being in the military, you get a healthy dose of "Don't shake your baby."
wow. I can't believe how much this comes up.
Yeah,
It's
Keegan
gonna be
just
a
found
thing.
out.
How many people are shaking babies?
Keegan just heard it today, first time.
Well, you know how many times you feel like shaking people? Just
Yeah.
in general?
I wait
All right.
tables all the time.
Yeah. You just think,
That's why I have
really?
a gun.
One more Long Island iced tea. Okay, come here. Yeah.
Why
Well,
didn't
now
you
imagine
all
that,
ask for ranch when I was here last time.
now imagine that person has a bag of shit on their butt.
Bro,
You're at your wit's end, man.
That's hilarious. I
So-
mean, yeah. Everybody also tries to freak you out. That's another
Oh,
thing parents
yeah,
do.
dude.
Nobody's encouraging.
No.
Everybody, as soon as you're like, I'm having twins, they're like, you're fucked. You're fucked, dude. Holy shit.
Game over,
Holy
buddy.
shit. They'll
Yeah.
like call their wife over. They're like, babe,
twins.
twins. And the wife's like, holy fuck you. You're fucked. You're like, damn, dude.
Yeah, dude.
No
Well,
chance.
I mean, objectively, it's harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to matter because I don't think I'm going to have any other reference. It's not like I've already had one kid and now I'm having two. It's just always
That
gonna
would be the
two
worst.
kids. I'm not
Oh
going
my
to know any
god.
different.
Could you imagine having
Well,
a
once-
toddler right now?
Well, once they're old enough for the future
Bro,
reading pools, then
what
you won't have to worry
are
about
you
them.
talking about? I'm moving right
Toddlers.
now with a pregnant woman.
I did that.
Whew,
I did that.
brother. You gave me the best advice. You were like, let me tell you something. When I told Blake that that Christina was pregnant, the first thing my brother told me was, she's going to be mean. She doesn't mean it. She's just pregnant. And I was like, that's a weird thing to say, dude. The first time that she was screaming at me. And I was just like, I don't know what I did. I just thought about Blake going, she's not,
gonna be mean.
she doesn't mean it. She's just
Yeah.
pregnant.
Yeah.
And it's right, dude. Those hormones get going.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've never wished a pregnant wife on or a pregnant woman on anybody
I mean,
because
It's
they're
They're my
unhappy.
worst enemy.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And both our kids were born at the end of the summer.
Oh,
So
yeah. We're August. Ooh. Yeah,
9
yeah.
months in July. Oof. Oof.
In Georgia. Yeah.
In Georgia. Yeah.
It's going to be just sweaty.
Oh, yeah.
Sweaty city, dude.
Yeah. You go ahead and find yourself a pool to go to.
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
going to need that. Plus, then you get to make the joke about her being a submarine.
I feel like that might be part of why she's mean.
All right, wait a minute. I'm starting to see more of the picture here.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, look at this fucking beached whale. Whoa. You're like fucking trying to feed her like crackers. Like, Shamu, here we go.
No. Oh, that was a weird thing.
What?
Okay, so for some reason, like, you know, the boomers, like, they would all tell Danielle, "Don't worry, you're gonna get big." Like,
Yeah.
like she's pregnant. You
Yeah.
know, you're just like, yeah, because of the baby.
Yeah.
But they were all talking about it like I was gonna be a jerk about
Isn't
it.
that
Like,
weird?
hey, why don't you slim down?
Because they were. Like, the
Yeah.
boomer dads were coming over from work like, Jesus Christ, you fat piece of shit. Did you not do the laundry?
Eating cookies again?
Yeah. Oh, my God. It's always with the chocolate with you.
Hey, maybe stop making desserts sometimes.
The madman just come home drunk as shit.
That's when they had 5 martini lunches.
Dude, how
Yeah.
crazy is that? That
Dude.
like,
And a martini is just booze.
I mean,
oh yeah, we've
It's
talked about it
booze in
multiple
a
times. It's
raincoat.
just a literal soup bowl of vodka that you were just taking down,
Vodka. I do
or gin. I mean, originally gin, but a lot of people do vodka. But yeah, like a 5 martini lunch, and you come home and just trash your wife for being fat.
Yeah. Meanwhile, she's on her
honestly, it kind of
13th
sounds like
kid.
the life, doesn't it?
Me
It kind of
too.
sounds great.
Then you go drink in the boat for a while.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go stand in the boat, fucking bitch. Yeah, that was back when you could legitimately disappear and just be like a county.
Just go,
over.
yeah, like 2
Yeah.
towns up.
Like what?
Nobody asked questions.
You could have 3 families.
Yeah.
Houses cost $1,000.
Like I could move to Decatur and you would never hear from me again.
Never.
They're
Yeah.
like, you remember that guy? No. No, I don't.
A little bit.
It's a foggy memory.
Yeah.
All right. So Robert's
So Robert's on the way.
okay.
We're heading to the hospital,
Right.
right? And I start freaking out.
Yeah. I can.
I'm
imagine.
just like, dude. And it's,
You're just like, I shouldn't have done that acid.
no, not even like that. It was like literally one of those things where I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't like change at all.
Oh,
So I'm like, my life's never going to be the same.
Yeah, that's
Never.
the biggest
Never.
change.
yeah.
And so I'm
I don't like
freaking out.
change. I
Danielle's
decided
trying
as
to
I'm
calm
riding
me
to the
down in
hospital.
the car.
Oh no, she's calming you down.
Yeah.
She's about to have the baby.
I
Oh,
know.
no.
She's like, babe, just breathe.
In
Let me
and
hold
out.
your hand. Hold your hand. She's holding your hand. You're,
Yeah.
Don't squeeze so hard.
That was like the whole pregnancy too. I was freaking out the whole time. I had a breakdown into Target. We were shopping for baby
Not
clothes, and I was like, I can't do this.
Wow, not even Walmart.
Well, Target lets
That's
you bring the clothes back when they outgrow 'em.
Oh,
Really?
that's cool.
And then you trade them out.
nice.
As long as you get the same thing.
Like I think you
Bro,
just,
your baby's ought to have one pair of
yeah,
clothes.
Robert's just running around with like a tag on his shirt. He's like, Target lets us bring it back. Dad said, don't get it dirty.
No, it's got to be the Target brand.
Target don't take that shit back, bro. Like you just returning your kid's clothes. You got one of those guns.
Yeah. Well.
Hey,
no.
we had somebody in the family that used to return shoes. We won't
Oh,
say any
yeah.
names, but
Keegan.
that's crazy, dude. That's hilarious to make your child return shoes.
Yeah, not
and,
good.
and then they don't realize it till they're like 17, and they're like, wait.
Wait a minute.
I told the story the other day when you brought on that chinchilla and it got out. And then I'm like, now that I'm telling it to you, Trent, I realized that Indiana Jones ate that chinchilla.
Yes,
I
he
was like,
did.
oh my God. And then she went and got another one. I was like, that's all making sense to me.
Yeah. No, think about it. I don't think I realized that until just this moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
He definitely ate that. Dude, my mom was a master manipulator.
Munched it.
She was just Jedi mind tricked. Like,
Yeah.
don't worry about the chinchilla. Dude, my mom.
The dog wouldn't eat the chinchillas.
One of the biggest lies my mom told us because she disliked ferrets. Now, she could have, as an adult, just put a kibosh on it and just said,
Yeah.
hey, we're not having
No
ferrets.
ferrets.
They
Yeah.
stink. But my mom told us a story that I did not know until later on in life when I retold it to somebody. They're like, that did not happen. They were like,
Wait a minute. I never
So-
thought about it. I
Damn.
never once questioned it.
dude, my mom
Whoa.
said that she had a friend and a ferret ran up her neck and bit her and got like a jugular in her neck and she almost died. And she told
That's
that to
insane.
us as like a 5-year-old that wanted to hold a ferret at the pet store. So I'm like holding this thing and I'm just immediately like, ah! Just terrified.
Bro,
Yeah, I told somebody way later and they were
that's
like,
hilarious.
there's
Yeah.
no way that happened.
What about the carnival story? You think that one's real?
The what story?
The carnival story.
Tell it for us.
Carnival?
Okay, so my mom said
I
she
feel
had
like a crazy story about the carnival's probably true.
I do remember this.
she said she had a friend who had gone home with this or brought home this guy from the carnival. He
Big
was
mistake.
traveling with the carnival.
Yeah.
And she
Red
brought
flag.
him home.
Whatever
number
happened
one.
to her friend is on her friend. I feel like that's
You're making
What?
poor choices.
if you go to the carnival and bring somebody back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, without taking too much of a detour, I mean, basically, they found her the next day, strung up from this ceiling fan and gutted like a pig, like
Yeah,
blood
I
out.
do. Dude, my mom would tell you the most horrific fucking
That-
stories.
I believe that. That's
That's what I say. I do believe that one. The ferret, no.
No,
Dude,
no,
now
that didn't
looking back
happen.
on it, I'm like, what the
But carnies, yeah, they're like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can't fuck with that. I mean, they're just traveling. They're definitely running from something. If you are running from something, that is the best move. Like,
Yeah.
that or the Appalachian Trail.
Ooh.
Okay, so you're freaking out. Danielle's holding your hand. We're doing
Yeah,
breathing.
we get to the hospital, right? We
Okay.
get in a room. We're playing Uno. Things are going all right.
Oh, that's fun.
You
How
know?
fun is that?
You're like,
And then-
deal in another hand. They'll be here soon.
You're like,
Yeah.
hey, babe, sorry, but draw 4.
You're just stacking on her,
So she's got all comfortable.
crushing her.
That's awesome. But I don't want to get too detoured, but I have to
Yeah.
say this. So we went bowling the other day, and I haven't bowled in a long time, right?
Mhm.
And there's this lady next to us, and she's with like 4 kids, and they're calling her Aunt whatever. I think Aunt Lexi. And dude, this lady was beating these kids' ass,
She
and they
was
were like
crushing
9 years old, and the one kid goes, dude, are you taking a picture of the score? And she's like, yeah, I'm sending it to your mom because she needs to know I'm whipping your ass. And he was like, you don't have to rub it in our faces. She's like, yeah, I do. You're going to learn today. I was like, dude, this lady rules.
Yeah.
Because they were old enough to where, like, it's just,
You can mess with her.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
like, no. She was bumpers on, too. I was like, damn, she's bumpers up and talking shit.
That's you can't
Nice.
do that.
Yeah, you can. That's an asterisk.
Yeah.
By the way,
But,
when was the last time you went bowling?
It's been a few years for sure.
I'm going to tell you, enjoy whatever. You know, I like to get a little drunk, then hit up the arcade.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was playing Miss Pac-Man pretty heavy.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
game's stressful as fuck.
It's Danielle and I used to do Wednesday night date nights, and we'd go to the bowling alley and just play the games.
That
And,
rules. What's your favorite arcade? I'm a Time Crisis too, man.
like that's out now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Terminator Salvation one is really
Ooh,
good.
that is a good one. We saw that one, but there was a bunch of fucking rats on it, little children. I was like, God damn it!
I thought
dude."
you meant literal rats. I was like, what bowling alley were you at?
Oh, it wasn't.
I went to Stars and Strikes with my family not long ago. I didn't realize how big some of these games are getting. Like,
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
And
you
like
get in like a room.
like the Halo one.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Nothing is worse because I am competitive. So Christina started beating me, and I'm like, dude, I should just be having fun. It's my pregnant girlfriend, but I was like starting to chirp at her when she would go, like, hey. I was like, what is wrong with me? I threw my shoulder out on a date at Andretti's playing the basketball thing. 'Cause this girl started beating me, and I was like sweating, like, oh shit.
They bring
Dude,
the injury card
the
out.
next day I couldn't move my arm. Like I legitimately.
Well, how do you think I feel? Danielle was like, she was a softball player, like
Dude,
very
she's
competitive.
So competitive. It's
Um,
crazy.
So, like, at first, I was like, nah, I got to beat her at everything. And I'm like playing skee ball like it's a job, and she's just lobbing it up there into the 1,000 or the 5,000
Yeah.
thing. And anyway, I just leaned into the skid, and I got her to start winning me stuff at carnivals.
Dude,
there you
that
go.
rules.
She won me a guitar.
Never bringing anybody home though from there.
That's
No.
crazy, bro. That like y'all are completely reversed.
Yeah.
I just see you walking around with like a giant bear. She won it for
Babe,
me.
can you shoot the star out for me?
It's like that. It's fine. I'm okay with it.
You gotta be.
You know,
gotta just
it's
enjoy
whatever.
Your big
I'm
stuffed
not.
animal.
Yeah, right. She won me a guitar shaped like the bat symbol. It's pretty
What?
rad.
Whoa.
How many tickets was that?
So many.
She must have been murdered.
Like multiple sessions work.
Yeah.
the only thing that I can ever hit a ton of tickets on is that circle that goes around with the light. I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah.
All right, so you're playing
we're playing Uno. Then they're like, okay, it's time to. It's not happening. It's time to induce.
right.
Then shit jumped off, dude.
Yeah.
They had to break her water. It didn't break on its own.
How do they do that with like a stick?
Like surgically.
With a stick or
I don't think surgically you use a stick, Trent.
you just poke up there a little ways?
Go get the birthing stick.
Toasty.
This stick's been in my generation for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Grab the spoon.
Yeah, so they had to
It's
break
a
her
wood
water.
It's just
Spoon,
a
the
bamboo
handles.
spoon.
I think we went in
It's
on
permanently like damp.
Oh.
We're breaking water with it. What do you expect?
I think we went in on like a Thursday, and Robert was born on like a Saturday. So
Oh,
that's
my
where
God.
we're at, right at the beginning of this rigmarole.
Oh my god.
So apparently something, when they went to induce, they went to give her the epidural, and all of a sudden they couldn't do it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So Danielle spent nearly, I want to say, 12 hours without any kind of painkiller.
Oh,
Whoa.
dude.
And I am like in there with her going, all right, we're going to breathe through this. She's like, fuck you.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to say, how is that going over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to relax. It'll be fine.
And
Babe,
what
you got to smile more. Like
You
taking
know-
pictures.
Come on. No, smile for the selfie.
Babe, we wanted good vibes for the baby. Good vibes for the baby.
At one point, she looks at me and she just goes, she whispers something. I go, what? And she goes, hospice. Put me in hospice.
Oh, no.
I'm like, nah, babe, we're getting through this. She goes,
Yes.
fucking kill me.
Do not. Oh, man.
Yeah. So eventually, I scream at a bunch of doctors because I'm out of my mind at this point.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm screaming to the doctor, get your fucking ass in here with your half-ass degree. Give her some fucking drugs.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, they,
And they're like, sorry, the epidural guy took it all himself.
The epidural guy just overdosed.
do you know how an epidural is administered?
No idea. It's
Into the spinal column.
Jesus
That's pretty cool.
Christ.
It's
that
it's a
high
needle like,
must be outrageous.
well, we went from asking for hospice to making jokes
Oh, nice.
because we were going to have Robert naturally. Right?
Yeah, right, dude.
No
No
But-
way.
that didn't happen
No.
at all because
No.
he just wasn't coming.
That's crazy anyway.
He was huge.
How big are we talking?
Over 10 pounds.
Holy shit, dude. That's
So-
a big ass baby.
We
10 fucking.
so they go, all right, Danielle, you're gonna have
I could curl that.
once again, don't shake the baby.
No, if you're using good form, it shouldn't be much of a shake motion, more like a light elevation, you know?
Yeah.
That's
If
the
you're-
first thing you do when they hand you the baby. You're like, dude, I can fucking bust out about 20 reps with this thing.
But then you get to 25 and your hand starts shaking. They're like, stop.
Hey.
Somebody comes
Then you
out.
take the class.
Then you see the PSA.
Switch arms, idiot.
Yeah.
So you're gonna look like a fiddler crab.
That's what you got to tell Robert when he starts jerking off. Just bang on the door. Just bang on the door. Hey, you're going to look like a damn fiddler crab.
I don't think I'm ready to be that dad.
Dude,
I aspire to it, but
The best thing that our dad ever said was I had a bad habit of like pulling. Like, you know, when you're a little boy, you just start pulling on your thing. And my dad would always go, hey, pulling on it ain't going to make it any bigger. I'm going to embarrass the shit out of you. Dude,
Yeah.
he'd hit you at the ball field with that. Oh, crush.
Yeah. So we go from asking for a hospice to Danielle looking at the doctor when he goes, well, we got to go to plan B. And she goes, don't you mean plan C? It gives him the finger guns. I was like, wow.
Finger guns.
Yeah. Don't you mean plan C?
I
That's
thought you was going to
awesome.
say a little late for that pill.
Yeah.
The finger guns is epic.
So I'm
finger
like,
guns
okay, we're feeling good. We're
Yeah.
good. We're good.
Starting to, all right, we're going in
Yeah.
the right direction.
So I walk out. I go to talk to my parents, and my parents are freaking out.
Yeah.
You know, my dad goes, hide your nose ring. I go, what? He goes, they're going to think you're here to get drugs. I'm like,
Well, if they'll give him
such a
What?
bad thing to say, dude. Hide your nose ring and cut your fucking hair. Yeah, let me just go over the trash can real quick.
so I'm like, okay, not productive, but
Yeah.
we're moving forward.
Sweet.
We're having the C-section. Her mom is freaking out.
Yeah.
You know, meanwhile, Danielle,
I was there. I had just gone through a horrific breakup, and I drove back from fucking Savannah, and the girl that I went through the breakup with worked at the hospital.
No.
Yeah. So she comes out to see me, and I'm just not doing well. It was like one of those where you're like, I'm a mess. Please
Yeah.
don't look at me. You're going to immediately feel bad for me. And she immediately left and like went into another relationship. So that
Oh,
always
yeah.
hurts when you see him and they look great.
yeah.
My dad used to tell us, you ever want to see a girl look really good, break up with them.
Yep.
Next time you see her, you're like,
And it doesn't work the same way for
Nope.
dudes. Dudes end up like just crumbling into it.
yeah. You
Yeah.
start getting that neck hair. You just start
We
letting
make
shit
real
go.
good friends with Jack and Jameson.
Oh, God, yeah. That's bad.
We
When
get
you see
real
a
into
friend
those.
go through one of those breakups where you're just like, dude, eating McDonald's every day.
Yeah, you're just like, man, you are a drag to be around now.
You're a wet blanket, dude.
Yeah, come on, let's party.
That's fucking Wednesday, dude. I'm at work. Like, get out of here. That was
Come
the worst
on,
when you
man.
bartended and your friends that like didn't have a life would come in and you're like, dude, you're killing me. You got to get out of here. All right, so baby's
So
coming.
we're going to have the C-section.
Finger-
C-section.
finger
oh
guns.
my God, finger guns. Plan
Damn,
C.
she finger guns into a C-section?
Plan C section.
That's pretty.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
that was it. You know, so I'm like, all right, I'll see you on the other side. And they're like, all right, suit up.
Excuse
I'm
me.
like, pardon?
They're like, you need to make the cut, actually.
Yeah, they're like, suit up. I go, now I'm a big dude,
Yeah.
you know, and they didn't have, you know, you have to put on head to toe scrubs because you're going into surgery
Yeah.
Oh, so you got to wear
as
that
a
shower cap?
spectator.
So you brought your junior mints?
That's an old reference.
It
now.
is.
Seinfeld.
It is, but we all got it.
Yeah, but they didn't have any that fit me, so I put on this pair of scrubs, and the nurse is like huffing and puffing, trying to zip it up on my fat ass, and I'm like,
no.
this is not making me feel good.
So you look like a can of biscuits.
Yeah, like, I look like a Polish sausage trying to. The fucking marshmallow man coming down there.
The Stay Puft man with the little hat, dude.
Yeah, dude. So I Hulk out of one of them when I reach down to adjust, because I've just had foot surgery at this point. So I'm in a walking cast.
Oh, so that's tough to get in there.
Yeah. So the whole thing, I go to adjust the cast and I just Hulk out of this thing, and the nurse behind me, who's just spent 10 minutes trying to zip me up, goes, God damn it.
She's like, by the way, we're waiting on you for this surgery now.
She's like, and nobody told you to take your underwear off. Like, why are you naked under that thing?
Why are you naked?
I just, Hey, lady, I've never had a kid before. I want to make the right
very
impression.
nervous. I hit my nose ring. I'm just trying to follow the rules.
I'm not here to get drugs. I'm having a baby.
But if you have drugs, I will take them.
So they finally get me suited up, and we make our way down to the operating room, which
OR.
is not good for me, because as much as I like gore in movies,
Yeah.
in real life I'm pretty squeamish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're trying to not look.
Well, Danielle looks at me and goes, I want a picture of him when he comes out. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of pressure.
You're like, hey, Doc, can
One.
you do me a favor?
It's like the ride a roller coaster at Six Flags. You have to go pay for your picture.
Yeah.
You're just like, I'm gonna. You're like, I'm gonna set it on the wide angle and just kind of do this.
Got like the fucking frame.
Yeah.
The baby comes out doing finger guns.
So we anyway, they cut her open,
Oh.
and I'm holding her hands, and I can feel them tugging.
Oh my God.
Like they're tugging the wound open a little. So I look over the screen, because there's a screen.
Okay.
I look over the screen and I go, oh my God. Like, I don't say this out loud. I'm like, there's no way she survives this.
Yeah.
Like, her intestines are out.
Oh yeah. They do
Like
a little,
out.
Yeah, they do a little switcheroo.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
So they pull a screaming baby out of my wife, and I just look at her and I'm like, click. Take the phone pic, and the nurse looks at me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know. This is my first time. I have no idea what I'm doing.
It's like a picture of your son with your wife's intestines in the background.
Pretty much. I'll show you the picture later.
I don't know. I'm good.
That is
I don't-
so funny, dude.
I don't need to see that. I don't want to see
I
that.
can imagine the sound too. You left the sound on.
Oh, yeah, I definitely did.
And then you hear the nurse go, "What the fuck is?"
You just drop your phone.
You try.
Hey, I'm going to need that back. I haven't paid it off yet.
Oh, can I get that? I did that the other night with the table. They were like, will you take a picture of our family? They handed me the phone, and I immediately dropped it, and the lady goes, perfect. I was like, she just murdered me, dude. Right in front of 9 people.
Exactly what I
Perfect.
wanted.
This fucking idiot. I asked you to do one fucking thing.
Damn. So Keegan, you must be terrified now.
Yeah.
Well, what's
okay.
funny is
So you took a picture?
and it's so
Did they ask you to leave?
No, it's so routine for the doctors, right?
Yeah.
That they're just talking,
Yeah.
hanging out. And the one doctor looks at me and looks at the other doctor and goes, and I guess he didn't think I could hear him. He goes, I bet you a 6-pack, this little bastard's over 10 pounds.
Jesus.
Whoa.
And the other doctor goes, you're on. And I'm like, I am right here taking
Yeah.
pictures, guys.
Guys.
You're like,
Jesus Christ.
by definition, not a bastard, and my presence proves it.
Yeah, right.
My wife is open right now. If we could
Can
put
we
her back
fix
together,
that?
like the fucking Humpty Dumpty, if we could put her back together again, that'd be awesome. for
Yeah,
me.
dude. It's like
Or we start high-fiving and shit.
Yeah, like, and
So
I
then
guess
they break
he
out
won.
the weed scale to see how big the baby is.
He's got his
Basically,
thumb on
yeah.
it. He's-
It's wild, dude. So they take the baby from you, which is the weirdest thing.
Yeah, and
Because
then they
gotta
shuffle.
go weigh them and blah, blah,
So you
blah,
don't
blah.
go
And
with
then you
them?
play the famous shell game with your baby, right? To see if you
Yeah.
get the right one.
Yeah, Christina gave me this thing that was like, never let them take your baby. It flipped me out. It's like,
Yeah,
what?
no, they do. And they don't ask you
Can you just walk with them?
They just walk
No.
out the room.
because it's a sterile room.
Oh, yeah. And you're over there busting out of your fucking... They're like, dude, stand right there. I can see your nipple. Just-
Yeah.
Did
so,
you do skin to skin contact?
No. That wasn't an option.
I mean, it was if you
My
took
wife
off your
was-
suit. You were naked
My
under
wife
there.
was eviscerated.
Oh no. So all right. So they take the baby.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, what the fuck? How do I find my baby?
Yeah.
So
He doesn't know his name yet.
And they're like, I don't know. It's an intern's job to label him, so hopefully.
yeah, it's definitely not the doctor. So me and my dad go off trying to find the baby because
That's
this is
got to be a
new.
real quest.
Yeah, this is
God.
news to him. You know,
Yeah.
he's like, "Why did they take the baby?" I'm like, "I don't know." They said they're going to weigh the baby. You know, so they're wheeling him up to the nursery.
But in
Right.
his day, they just kind of like held the baby in a rock and opposite
Yeah.
hands to be like, that's about 9.5.
That's why I was 23 pounds when I was born. You're like, I don't know.
You had a doctor that didn't
Just
know
holding
weights.
it by the toe.
I don't know. He's heavy. It's real wiggly son of a bitch.
Fat baby.
So we find Robert, right? And we're having this moment where this nurse has been so nice as to stop and let us like look at him and blah blah blah.
I feel
And
like
then-
that's you. It's your baby.
Well,
It's
Until that credit card goes through, dude.
yeah.
They'll fucking
I'm
take
still-
that thing back like a T-shirt at Target.
we got an island we send these ones to. That one got a little dark.
Oh man, I'm imagining that movie.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Anyway, but you could afford it. Your card went through, so
Yeah.
you got to
Yeah,
hang out
yeah.
with
All right.
Robert.
I had good insurance at the time.
Yeah. So you're hanging out with
Yeah.
the man.
And then this doctor comes up and goes, "What the fuck are you doing? Get
Yeah.
this baby to the nursery." And we're
Yeah.
like, "Oh." He's like, "What are you even?" So I get in trouble. Like the first thing I do with my son is get in trouble.
Yeah. You're like, perfect.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be good for the baby later.
So that's basically the birthing story. You know, Danielle being laid open like that was the
That's
scariest thing. You just got to be ready for anything.
Yeah, I feel like I might pass out.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
I
an
can't wait
option.
until you tell that story on the podcast.
Dude, let me tell you.
So I went to take the picture and I just couldn't do it.
You
Dude,
got to get that. Picture.
I can only imagine because the closest thing that I've had to anything like that, of like seeing a lot of blood, was Kylie. I had a dog, right? So my dog ripped her dew claw off of her
Oh.
fucking arm, so it was bad. So I go in there, dude. She was like bleeding for real because it's very like a lot of veins there. So
Yeah.
I come into this fucking vet and I'm covered in her blood and I'm freaking. I'm just like, help me. And they're like, oh my God. So they're like, we're going to take her back. I was like, I'm coming with her. They're like, no, really, you need to stay up here. And I was like, I'm coming with her. And they're like, I guess. So I'm like pushing my way to the back. So as soon as we get to the back, they like pulled this thing and this like blood came out. And all of a sudden I started like feeling lightheaded, and I started falling over this thing. The lady goes, God damn it, that's why I didn't want you back here. And I was like, you were right.
I'm sorry.
I was just feigning, like, you were totally right. That is disgusting. Like, holy shit. It was
Yeah.
bad, dude. It was so much blood that it, like, spewed out and hit the nurse.
Yeah.
And she didn't even blink.
She
She just was like,
They were taking my blood the other day.
looked like Kill Bill.
They were taking my blood the other day.
Yeah.
I was getting, my checkup for work. They were like,
Yeah.
yeah. And they were drawing it, and the lady, you know how they changed the vials?
Oh, yeah.
She like did it kind of slow. It was the grossest shit
Oh,
I've
my
ever
God,
seen.
dude. You're just super soaking your arm out. Just-
Oh.
And then she's like, oh, nope, and puts the other one on. I'm like, how does that even? There's not a fail safe in this thing.
Yeah. Do I need that blood that just spewed across the room? Do I need that? Is that necessary blood?
Because I'd really like to keep all of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
If we
God,
could just
I-
bag that up to
I
go.
hate giving blood.
What I know is that all of it is the amount I'm supposed to have. So, bro, they like so. have I ever told you when you go into the military? I think they do it in all the branches. When you're in basic training, they manipulate you into giving blood.
I love, dude. Every time we go and do your military shit, it's always something crazy.
They're like, okay, so today's blood giving day, and everybody sits down, and basically the whole thing is you get a soda and a sweet treat of some kind after you give blood.
So
And
you're
like,
gonna give blood.
It's been 6 weeks since I've had anything like any of
Yeah,
that.
you're like, dude,
I
you
want
can
it
have all the blood
so
you
bad.
want for a soda. What kind
Yeah.
of sweet treat are we talking?
Dude, I got like Oreos, I think. Yeah, I got like it was like Oreos.
No, I'm not giving blood for Oreos.
They
For
weren't. Here's the
Oreos?
thing: they weren't great treats. Oreos was about the best you could get, and it was all like grape soda or.
Oh
Orange
no, I'm
soda.
a grape soda guy.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I fucking hate grape soda.
I love fruit sodas.
Fruit soda's not my thing. So
Love
I
fruit
was
soda.
disappointed when it was that.
No, I thought we were talking about regular OG Coca-Cola.
But yeah,
Because I would do it for a Coca-Cola.
nope, didn't have it.
Oh,
But yeah,
y'all
so they
have
made.
Coca Colas.
No.
Okay.
I remember when that time I was like, I'm in the army. I'm a tough guy. I can watch them stick the needle in because I had never done that. And when she stuck it in, she must have did it weird because it spurted blood
Yeah.
out past the needle a little bit, and it like spurted down my arm, and I was like,
Uh-oh.
I'm like, I'm gonna be tough, and then it just sprayed blood. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, that's
That
like
would be
that.
tough.
You remember that kid that was talking shit about piercing his ears in that parking
Oh,
lot?
yeah.
That's a
So
definitely
Blake
a good
used to
move.
walk around with he was a certified piercer, and he used to have a tackle box of like instruments so he could just fucking pierce.
Yeah,
you.
a tackle box, the certified piercing.
Yeah, a
the thing that you're
certified
supposed to
piercer's
use.
tackle box.
That's actually a lot of tattoo artists and piercers use toolboxes.
Fun
Yeah.
fact: you can even keep your fishing stuff in here too.
I went fishing last week.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, some kid wanted to get his ear pierced, and Blake just happened to have the stuff.
So you
Yeah,
just
because he
called
was
his
like,
bluff?
"Yeah, I'm gonna get them gauged and blah blah blah." I was like, "Why don't we just dermal punch them at a 0?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Well," and I'm like, "Oh." So anyway, he didn't want to look weak, so he let me do it.
And he looked fucking weak.
Yeah.
Screamed like a little bitch, dude. I was like, wow, that's embarrassing. That's like getting a tattoo and bitching out.
Oh,
Yeah.
You should, and a lot of tattoo artists won't finish them for you if you do that.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, like if you go to, because you're not going to that same tattoo artist, right?
Yeah.
You're going to go somewhere else and go, hey, can you color this in for me? They go, what happened? If you tell them what happened, they're like, no.
Dude. That sucks.
Yep, that's why I don't do tattoos because I'm a bitch.
They hurt.
They hurt.
definitely
yeah.
hurt.
I don't like the paying for pain thing. That
I
like
don't
whenever I'm
mind.
getting a tattoo, I'm like, I paid for this. Why did I pay for
That
this?
is true. I paid for this every time.
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot of tattoos, so I'm definitely like, I've paid for
Where was
hours
the worst?
upon hours.
Where was the worst tattoo?
Healing or getting?
Getting.
My mouth.
Yeah.
Ugh.
My mouth was really bad.
I think your head would suck.
Yeah, probably.
Because of the
Sternum.
vibration.
The sternum was bad.
I bet.
The worst sitting was the stomach
Oof. Yeah.
because you can't breathe.
Yeah. I'm good
Because
on
if you
that.
breathe and your stomach goes up and down,
Yeah.
so you're taking like weird little shallow breaths, you're almost hyperventilating.
Oh.
But the
yeah.
worst to heal was my leg sleeve because I did 9 hours of tattooing all in one day.
Have you seen people go get put under and get tattoos?
That's ridiculous.
Cheating.
Yeah, people will go under and get like full chest.
Also,
pieces
you can
done.
die going under.
That's what I was thinking. Like, could you imagine
If
dying
somebody
going under to get a
carries
dragon?
a 0 wrong,
Just getting the sublime sun on your chest and you go,
bro, you're getting some tribals on your shoulder.
Dude, I
got wings.
I
I got the Boondock Saints on my back.
oh my God.
Yeah, I got the fucking movie poster.
You know how the 90s were real big for Gen Z?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for them to start getting tribal tattoos.
Oh, dude, those pants
barbed wire.
sucked in the 90s. Like, when I see kids walking around with Jinkos, I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
we got bullied for this. Like, that's the difference. Like,
Yeah. That's like when kids are like, oh, you like video games? I'm like, Yeah, shh, don't tell anybody.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because you just got bullied for everything. Yeah, because bro, we had my mom. You want to talk about getting bullied? My mom was a hairdresser and gave me frosted tips
Oh, me
in
too.
the fucking 7th grade, and I went in there.
Oh no!
Just
You thought you were gonna be the
massacre,
coolest.
dude. I thought I was Justin Timberlake. I went in there and got eviscerated, dude. Homeroom too. Like the first thing you walk in and everybody's like, "Holy shit!"
Why would you
Like,
do that?
what? I was like, "What, dude?" Everybody was like, "Your fucking hair." And then like by 3rd period, you're like, "I'm gonna
shave my
yeah,
head.
yeah, dude. I'm literally going monk style."
Dude, we got a full reset this thing.
Yeah, this is bad. It's like, jeez. You just make certain mistakes when you're a kid, and it's
I
hard
had
to
a
come
rat
back.
tail.
Oh my god, I remember that rat tail.
I dyed my
kinda
hair
wanna
black
grow-
once.
I kind of
You dyed it black.
Yeah.
Oh no, you went Wednesday Addams.
Pretty lame.
Were you seen? Were you like in the scene?
I
dude?
was trying, but not really, because my parents wouldn't buy me any of those clothes.
Oh yeah.
That's always.
I had a buddy. You remember BJ who used to play
Yeah.
in that?
I don't
He was
think
like
I
a
would even-
he was like a bass player for hire for like scene bands. So he was in like Taking Lottie Home, Freshman 15, Pensive, and he would tour with them. He was never like in the band, but he would tour with them. And dude, he had the weirdest stories from the road. Like one, he would not hook up with anybody on the road
Yeah.
because he was
I mean,
so
honestly,
scared.
seems like
because
the wise thing.
he was like, I don't know if she's hooking up with a rocker, like blah blah blah. If she's like a groupie
Yeah.
or like
And
a
nothing
kid
is better.
or
Like nothing is worse than having a STD in a van in like
Oh,
Kansas on a 9-hour trip just with
Yeah.
a burning penis.
yeah.
That sounds miserable. Where we at? We do
We're
it.
so deep.
Nice.
yeah.
We're almost at an hour 40.
Nice, dude. We did it.
So
We
deep.
did it, man. Thanks for coming
Yay.
on, Blake. Thank you. Appreciate you. Everybody go to patreon.com/finish the story. Go join for free. We got more stuff coming up. Trent, you got a bunch of shit coming up, don't you?
Yeah, I got a busy April. I am doing the Wild West Comedy Fest on April 5th through 7th. And then I will be at Seven Fest. Keegan, are you doing Seven Fest?
I'm doing 7 Fest.
Patrick
will be
and I
there.
are going to do Seven Fest on April 13th. That's at the Dynamic El Dorado. I'm doing Skull the 23rd, and then I'm doing the Middle Ground Comedy Festival in Indianapolis on the 25th through the 28th.
Nice. You got anything coming up?
Well, I play in a band, Blood Oaks.
Okay.
So we are currently recording an EP. We've done 2 sessions. We're probably going to do a third.
Nice.
So that'll be coming out really soon. We're going to release the first single, hopefully in the next month or so.
Okay.
Maybe not. It depends on how it goes. I'm also playing Hawkfest, which is a tribute to the Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack.
Nice. We're
10
big Tony Hawk
bands
fans.
doing 40 songs.
Eventually, it always gets back to Tony Hawk.
Always.
Yeah, that's at the Star Bar April 6th.
So April 6th at Star Bar, you're doing a Tony Hawk tribute to what? 10 bands are playing all the music from Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
That fucking rules.
Yeah. it
What
should
songs
be.
y'all get?
We got, let's see, Search and Destroy by the Stooges.
Nice.
We got Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash.
That's a good one.
We got Punk Rock Girl by the Dead Milkmen.
Hell yeah.
And then we got, what was the other one? Oh, Number of the Beast by Maiden,
Ooh, that's a great one.
which I love.
That's going to be a fun set, dude.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun
So
set. We're
April
doing
6th.
it all folk punky with like banjos and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Get weird with it.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see you again later.